In this chapter, we are going to cover the concept of control flow. Control flow means when we want to control the program which we have written in any programming language, whether you are working with C# or any other programming language. Like in control flow, we generally categorize it under different types of loopings. So as the name indicates, control flow, that means we want to control the flow of program. So how we are going to, let's start. The first concept which is there, that is called as loopings, that is loops. What is loops? Loop is what? It is generally when we want to repeat a particular statement with number of times, then we use the concept of loop. You must have heard this term earlier also in the conventional programmings like C or any other. If you have not, just remember that whenever you want to repeat some statement with number of times, we want to use the concept. Loops are handy if you want to run the same code over and over again. Each time you use the concept of looping. Loops are mainly divided into two categories: entry control loops and exit control loops. And this is an interview level question. They can ask you what is entry control and exit control. Entry and exit both depends on the condition, the particular condition you are putting. Whenever we are talking about different kinds of loops, there are in C# especially, there are these type of loops. The first is do while, the second is your while, third is your for, which is in the conventional programmings also, and the next is for each. And when we talk about all these loops, there are four types of loops in C#. So syntax will be as simple as it was in other programming language. We need three types of statements: initial statement from where we want to start, we need a final statement where we have to reach, and we need an increment or decrement. When we do it, we have to cover the practical of it, then we will see actually how it is going to. So we can run, or we can make a program in whether you are working with the while, you are working with the loop, while loop, or you are working with the for loop, you are working with the do while. That is your choice. So for, this is while, and this is your do while. So do while says I want initial here and increment decrement, and the final will be or. This type of loop is called as exit entry, means exit is there, it is not at the time of entry. So this type of loop is called as entry level, entry control or entry level, because at the entry we have used this final value or final condition. When we talk about for loop says I want initial value at the same time with the semicolon, final value at the same time with the semicolon, increment or decrement with the values. These are the types of loops. And the last one is for each. For each says type item, that means this type of loop is not used for the when we say the counter, or we want the even number series or the natural number series, or like these questions. No, for each is always and always used whenever you are working with some data structures like list, you are working with the arrays, then you use this type of concept. That's the reason we are putting in the for each type item in collection. In is a keyword. So what is a type item here? Type item will be, it can be represent any specific type of element. It can be an array, it can be anything, list. And then what is a type? A collection means you are declaring as an array. So type item in collection, that means you declare the variable. In collection means the type of collection it is. So these are the all four types of loops which are there in C#.